For Mondays. Today, our topic is going to be words are weapons. Words are weapons. You see, our words are God-given to us. It is a gift that we can use as a weapon. You could yield it positively or you could yield it negatively. We have the authority to speak into the atmosphere. We have the authority to change lives with our words. We also can crush lives with our words. You ever been in an argument with someone and they said something like off in left field and it pierced you and your day progressed, but you keep replaying those words that were spoken to you? See, that's what happens when they're spoken negatively. They have the power to change and shift your behavior, your perspective, your attitude. But also, what happens when you've had a loving conversation with your mother or friends and they've spoken life into you and you replayed those words and you start thinking, oh my God, I can do anything. That's what happens when we yield those words positively. Words are a weapon. Psychologically, we could weaponize our words. That is where you get gossip, insults, character assassination, dishonor. Dishonor is with words, spells. And then when you yield them positive, you get encouragement, you get compliments, you get prayer, you get constructive feedback, which tells you about your strength, you get edification. See, that's the power of words. There's a scripture in Matthew 12:36 and 37. It's Matthew 12:36 through 37, and it talks about having accountability of your words, that empty words will be judged, and condemned words will be condemned. When someone says something to you that you don't like, you can say, I condemn those words. Most people say, I don't receive them. Okay, well, I condemn those words, right? And so God is telling us to be mindful. There's so many scriptures that talk about the power of the tongue, the fire, this fiery, you can set up forest on fire with it, right? So we got to think positive. We got to think about this is a weapon that God has given us and we have to yield it correctly. We have to speak life into other lives that we can build lives up and not tear life down.